Hi, my name is Olivia. I've landed just in time to catch another segment of Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers with William Craig III. Today, Mr. Craig will be demonstrating another powerful prompt to help us use AI effectively in our job search. I can't wait to see what he's going to share with us. And the best part is, I can watch the replay on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel at Get Up and Get a Job. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. Mr. Craig is about to take off.
All righty. Thank you so much, Olivia. And welcome back to those of you who have been following the series either in person or by watching the replays. And a warm welcome if it's your first time joining. Thank you. Look, this is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers, and I'm William Craig III, an AI business and career strategist. In today's segment, I'm going to show you how to create a quarterly self-review system that proves your worth. Oh my. Look, if you're new to the series, I have a clear mission to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. Fact is, people who randomly put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well-meaning, but sometimes too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers is focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each and every day. No matter how long you've been unemployed, underemployed, or maybe you're just unhappily employed, my goal is to help you run your job search like a well-organized job campaign, one with clarity, confidence, and strategy, using AI as your job campaign manager. How cool is that? By the way, if you've missed any of the segments, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Get Up and Get a Job. That's right. Just go to YouTube, type in Get Up and Get a Job, click the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified every time I go live or share a video I believe will be of help to you. And we'll get started right after this.
Changing faster than ever before. Artificial intelligence is no longer the future. It is the present, and the entrepreneurs who master it will dominate their industries. This is your moment. Join William Craig III, producer, AI business and career strategist, as he explores ways you can use AI to generate income in 30 days or less. Learn how to work smarter, scale faster, and win bigger.
Oh my, coming soon. What in the world is William cooking up next? Oh, I got some good stuff that I got on the stove, and we're getting it ready, warming it up for you. So stay tuned. Coming soon. The coming attractions are fantastic. Gonna blow your minds. But speaking of blow your minds, how many of you love performance reviews? I hear crickets. Today, I'm not going to take the mystery out of performance reviews, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make performance reviews go so much smoother, so much simpler, and make them more enjoyable for you and your manager. Here we go. So let's take a look at what we've got cooking with ChatGPT today. And the prompt says, draft a quarterly self-review highlighting 3 measurable wins, 2 learned lessons, and 1 growth goal, formatted in SMART style. How to quantify your wins. Here, I forgot to type this in. I was in a hurry. Also include, there you go. Also include how to quantify your wins so they're measurable, not just memorable. Finally, and I didn't put my comma in, finally explain why documenting lessons learned makes you look more impressive, not weaker. All right, so let's see what chat comes up with for us today, and we'll dive into this. And thank you to all of my well-wishers out there who wish me well on my celebration of life. Appreciate it. Right? Celebration of life on this side of the dirt. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All righty. So chat says, get my mouse here. Chad says, let me ask you something. How many professionals are doing valuable work every single day, yet have nothing documented when promotion time, performance reviews, or interviews arrive? I mean, this is part of the arsenal. That's the word I'm looking for. This is part of the arsenal I'm helping you to build so that no matter whether you're going to a job interview, no matter whether there's a promotion coming up that you want to be considered for, or it's just simply performance review time, you will now have a format, a framework to use so that you will always be ready and always show up as one of the top performers. Here we go. Chat says, this is the difference between being busy and being visible. A strong quarterly self-review does three things. It provides impact with measurable outcomes. It demonstrates self-awareness and coachability. It shows leadership level thinking before someone gives you the title. We've talked about that so much on these during these segments. And here's the polished example that Mary and you can adapt immediately. So here we go. Come on, mouse. There we go. Quarterly self-review, smart format. So the quarterly overview. During this quarter, I focused on improving operational efficiency, strengthening cross-functional collaboration, and increasing visibility into financial processes. I prioritized measurable outcomes that supported team goals while identifying opportunities for long-term process improvement and professional growth. Now, please remember, the answers that we're getting here are because of the background that Mary has. When you take this prompt after giving Chat or your favorite AI tool all of your pertinent information, it will provide you with answers that are skewed, geared towards who you are and what you do. And of course, if you're one of those persons who is unemployed, then guess what? You'll have your resume for it to utilize to provide the answers. If you're underemployed or unhappily employed, then what you're going to do is you're going to feed it the information that it needs. And one of the just little footnotes that I would add here is that this is your new office mate. You're going to use ChatGPT when you get that email next week that says, hey, I need you to work on this. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to create a file, go into just simple Word document, blank page, and copy, boom, here's what I'm working on as of this week, and you'll date it. And then when you get more details about it, you'll fill those in. Then when you get the next one, you'll do the same, date it, fill in the details. And so now by the time a quarter goes by, guess what? You can simply take that document, feed it into Chat, give it this prompt. You're welcome. Okay. All right, here we go. The measurable wins. Number one, reduced outstanding aging balances. And this says implemented targeted follow-up strategies and improved communication workflows with internal stakeholders and external vendors, reducing outstanding aging balances by 22% within the quarter. Improved cash flow visibility and accelerating collections performance. The SMART breakdown, specific, reduced aging balances, measurable, 22% reduction, achievable through structured follow-up process, relevant, improved financial operations, and time-bound, achieved within 1 quarter. So you see, everything breaks down into that SMART format. So a lot of times when managers come to you and they talk about SMART goals and we're sitting there, looking at them like they got two heads, we need to understand how we need to represent the information so that it breaks down into the SMART format. All right, let's keep going. Number 2, improved reporting accuracy and turnaround time. Streamline monthly reconciliation and reporting workflows using automation features in Excel and ERP tools, reducing reporting turnaround time from 5 days to 2 days while improving reporting accuracy and reducing manual rework. Here's how this breaks down for your SMART goal. Specific, it was faster, more accurate reporting. Measurable, 60% reduction in turnaround time. Achievable, process automation and workflow redesign. Relevant, supported leadership decision making. And time bound, completed during the quarter. Again, and you can reverse engineer this if that makes more sense to you. But again, the idea is to provide yourself with the ammunition that you need so that each quarter you're able to, matter of fact, I would send this every quarter. I would send this to my manager. I wish I had this when, man, anyway, I could say I wish about a lot of things, right? But seriously, you can send this to your manager, and not only will you have it, they'll have it. And if they lose it, you'll still have it. All right, let's get on because we're almost done. Increase cross-functional collaboration, led recurring coordination meetings between finance, operations, and customer service teams to resolve payment discrepancies faster, decreasing unresolved payment issues by 35%, and improving internal response time across departments. The SMART breakdown is this: specific, improved collaboration and issue resolution. Measurable, 35% decrease in unresolved issues. Achievable, weekly coordination process. Relevant, enhanced operational efficiency. And time-bound, measured over the quarter. Now, let me say this, because one of the things that I coach around and I give my private clients is what we used to call a 30, 60, 90, and now we're simply just calling a 90-day plan when we're going into the interview. This is one of the things that you can add as a bullet point to your 90-day plan, that you are going to provide quarterly updates as it relates to your progress. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How many people, unless they've watched this video or they worked with me, are going to go into an interview and say, by the way, I'm going to provide quarterly updates regarding my progress so we will both stay on the same page at all times. All right, so we will both know how I am affecting the bottom line here at XYZ Company. All right, I'm going. Again, remember, all of this is going to be tailored to you when you use the prompt and you give, after giving your favorite AI tool your information. All right, 2 lessons learned. All right, so we got our SMART goals. Now let's talk about our 2 lessons learned. We have 3, 2, 1 plan here. Here are the 2. Number 1, visibility matters as much as execution. One main lesson this quarter was recognizing that strong work alone is not always enough. Consistent communication, status updates, and proactive reporting increased stakeholder confidence and created stronger alignment across teams. Here's the next thing. Process gaps often reveal leadership opportunities. I learned that recurring operational issues are often less about individual performance and more about unclear systems or communications breakdowns. And then if you want to put in a little example, for example, when XYZ happened, yada, yada. Identifying patterns early and proposing solutions positioned me as a proactive contributor rather than simply a task owner. What I love about this is that you are controlling your narrative. You're not waiting for somebody else to tell you you're a proactive contributor. You're telling them, I have become a proactive contributor rather than simply a task owner. Oh my goodness, don't get me fired up in here today. All right, so we got our 3, we got our 2, and then we got our 1. 1 SMART growth goal. Over the next quarter, I will strengthen my leadership and automation capabilities by completing 1 advanced AI for finance or process automation certification, class, course, whatever is most appropriate, while identifying and implementing at least 1 workflow enhancement here at XYZ Company that reduces manual effort by 15% or more. Oh my goodness. Here's the SMART breakdown. Can't get away without that. Specific, complete certification, class, course, and improve workflow. Measurable, 15%, 10%, whatever makes sense, reduction in manual effort. You can always use AI to help you with the approximate percentage of improvement. Achievable through structured learning and implementation. Relevant, supports future leadership growth. In case you didn't know, I don't plan on staying in this position for the next 5, 10 years. Hello. And then time bound, will be accomplished within the next quarter. Now, here's what we want to understand: how to quantify your wins so they're measurable, not just memorable. Many professionals will say things like help the team, supported operations, worked on reporting, improved communications. Nay, nay, that's not us. That's invisible language. Strong professionals quantify impact using one or more of these categories. Metrics leadership actually notices. And we've talked about this in past videos, but here it's coming up again. Money saved, revenue collected, time reduced, errors eliminated, productivity increased, customer satisfaction improved. We talked about those NPR scores yesterday. Response time accelerated, reduced risk, projects completed early, volume managed, team adoption rates, automation improvements. So when you look at the language that you're using, it's very important. You could, well, here we go. You could use the weak language, or you can use the strong statement. Here we go. Weak, helped improve reporting. Strong, redesigned reporting workflow, reducing turnaround time by 60% and improving leadership visibility into monthly financial trends. Can you see the difference? And number two, for those of you who have worked with me, you already know this is how we do our accomplishment bullets on our resume. So many people will have their resume that says, help to improve reporting. No, we need to have, here we go. Though we may have helped improve reporting, you know, I'm so excited about this because this is my stuff. This is my lane. This is where I live. Redesign reporting workflow. But what was the benefit? What was the takeaway? Reducing turnaround time by 60% and improving leadership visibility into monthly financial trends. All right. One sounds busy. The other sounds promotable. Okay. Now, here's the thing a lot of people don't understand about lessons learned. And they feel like when you talk about lessons learned, it makes you sound weak. When you talk about lessons learned, it's a negative. Nay, nay. Here's what you got to understand. Whenever you add a lessons learned, for example, one of those questions that they ask sometimes in an interview is tell me about your strengths or tell me about your weaknesses, right? On either one of those with strengths and weaknesses, to add on, to tack on the lessons learned, baby, it takes you to a different category. All right, here we go. Many professionals think self-review should sound perfect. That's a mistake because we're not perfect. Leaders are not looking for flawless people. And if they say they are, then I was going to say they're smoking something, but I won't say that. Look, they're looking for reflective people. They're looking for people who think like leadership. They're looking for people who support the goals of the company, the team, the organization, the division, etc. When you document lessons learned appropriately, you demonstrate emotional intelligence. If you haven't taken an EQ or emotional intelligence class or course, please do. Please do. That's your homework, all righty? In addition to all this other stuff I'm giving you. It shows strategic thinking. It shows coachability. It shows self-awareness. It shows continuous improvement mindset. That's leadership language. A professional who says, here's what I learned, how I adjusted, and what improved afterward will almost always outshine someone pretending that they never struggle, that it's just pie in the sky, by and by as they go. No, it's never that. Mature professionals understand something powerful. Problems are common. They're going to happen. I've been having issues with my computer, with my technology for the last few days. In addition to not feeling well, stuff happens. But here we go. Though problems are common, growth is memorable. When people see you guys, the fact that I shared with you that I celebrated my 1 year anniversary of being cancer free, you're going to remember that. Some of this stuff that I'm sharing with you, you're not going to remember. You're going to have to go and watch the replay. And for some of you, review your notes. But the fact that William was going through cancer, he was working with us, and we had no clue that this man had cancer and was getting treatments every day for 8 weeks. You're going to remember that, okay? Because why? Because I grew through that. I grew through that season. And that's memorable. All right, let me go on because it's time to go. The people who rise fastest are usually the ones who can evaluate themselves honestly, improve quickly, and communicate their progress clearly. Take heart, help is here. Your work deserves documentation equal to your effort. But I want to go back to this part. People who rise fastest, get hired fastest, get noticed fastest, are the ones who can evaluate themselves honestly, who can speak to someone that they just connected with, let's just say on LinkedIn, or someone they were introduced to. I made a virtual introduction between a friend of mine who was looking for a mentor. I happen to know someone who is a super professional in that area, and I did a virtual introduction, and they exchanged information this morning. Okay, but when you can go into now that new mentor and say, hey, look, here are some challenges that I've had, but here we go. Here's how I've overcome them. Or here's where I'm stuck in the mentor situation. Here's where I'm stuck and need some guidance. But in a job situation, here's how I got unstuck quickly to benefit the team. And here's how the team benefited by what I did. That's the clearly communicating your progress. All right, look, I'm gonna get on out of here. Let me get this prompt, and so I don't disappoint Daniel. I'll get this and put it in the communication, in the comment section right away, and boom. Oh yeah, I put something at the top of the prompt section today, and wow, it went away. So they took, no, it did. It went away. Okay, they're up to their old tricks again. They made it go away. All right, nonetheless, tomorrow, and I'll do a post and send it to my connection. So if you're connected to me on LinkedIn, it'll be in your feed today. I'm going to be a guest on a podcast tomorrow. And the podcast is called Rebloom. Now, if you go into YouTube and type in Rebloom, oh my gosh, there are a lot of Reblooms. There's a lot. So I want to make sure I get you the right link, and I'll share that later so you guys can take a look. And it's about 32 minutes or so long, or in length. Not supposed to say long. You're supposed to say 32 minutes in length, so it doesn't sound long. But anyway, that's just a little extra something. Folks are asking me to speak here and there. And so as those come up, I'll be happy to share those with you as I am provided with the videos so that you can see me in a different format, see me talking about different subject matter that, of course, will benefit you. All right, so I didn't say hello to everybody today, so let's do that before we get out of here. Dawn Lewis is in the house. Hey, Dawn. Thank you so much for sharing time. She says, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. Well, hope it just got better. Hello. Let's see who else is here. John Werner. Hey, John. Hi, William and everyone. Happy Tuesday. Looking forward to today's segment and learning about the 3-2-1 self-review template. Well, there you have it, my friend. Glad you're here as always. Let's see who else we have. TJ Richardson from Arizona. Good morning, all. Have a wonderful day. You as well, TJ. Thank you so much. And then we got DJ. Hey, DJ Hellick in the house saying, good morning. So happy to be here. I'm happy you're here too, DJ. And thanks so much for reaching out. Let's see who else is making herself known or making themselves known. I was just assumed it was a female, and it was. Michelle Denise Brown, not to be confused with the other Browns. Good afternoon. This is great. Well, thank you. Glad you're here. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for making yourself known. Let's see, who else is here? Daniel Velez, my brother from another mother in New York City. Good afternoon, William, and Get Up and Get a Job team. So glad you're here, my brother. So glad you're here, and thank you so much for sharing. John says, what stood out to me most is how this shifts performance reviews from reactive to intentional. O-M and the G. John, you hit it. You hit the proverbial nail on the top of the head. Huh? Yes, I used to dread. Gosh, I used to dread performance reviews. Oh my goodness. And I'd sit there and go, okay, so what did I do? And here we go. Even though I knew the cycle was coming, I did nothing to prepare myself for it. But again, in addition to that, you now have material to help you in a job interview as well. Let's see, John goes on to say, capturing wins and lessons throughout the quarter feels like a small habit that can have a big, huge, tremendous career impact. Thank you for sharing such a usable framework. You're welcome, John. And again, remember, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you help you. So with that, let's get on out of here. I want to remind you, between now and tomorrow, 12 noon, when we're going to do it all over again in a different way, that you pay attention to your surroundings as you go about your day. If there's something that seems out of place, you hear something or see something that doesn't seem quite right, please make somebody know it, okay? Let them know. You might be the difference maker in someone else's life or in your very own life as well. And just remember these three things. God loves you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Wow, that was fantastic. I haven't been this excited to learn about something since I left basketball. Anyway, Mr. Craig did another great job of sharing an AI prompt that anyone can use in their job search. Be sure to join him every day, Monday through Friday at noon Eastern, on his LinkedIn profile or his YouTube channel called Get Up and Get a Job. You can watch the replays there as well. And while you're at it, share this information with someone you know who wants or needs a new job. I've got to run. My team needs me. But keep up the great work, Mr. Craig. You're providing a great service for the community. I'm going to tell all of my players about daily AI prompts for job seekers with William Craig III.